Hello everyone! At the end of last year there was an announcement of a new Neptunia spin-off called VVVtunia. Not that much was shown or explained except for a quick overview of the story and premise, a few new characters and outfits. But despite the lack of info, it's safe to assume that this isn't a main game but rather a spin-off. Thankfully, recently there emerged a new trailer and this time we get to see gameplay. It's only a minute long, but we can get a decent idea of what we may expect, certainly more so than before. The first thing to note is that it's clearly a hack and slash or beat 'em up style game, but with the addition of guns or at least ranged weapons. One character was using some sort of bow I saw. It looks very similar to Neptunia U Action Unleashed and Blonde vs. Zombies. It'll be interesting to see if the game will actually feel like those games or if the shooting portions of the game makes up most of the gameplay. We can see special attacks as well as team attacks too. Some scenes show the switching of characters, while other times there's two characters running around at the same time. Presumably you can switch between two characters. It looks like there are dungeons you can run around in. The good thing is that I can't recognize any, so hopefully this will be all new stages. There's some new enemies too. Though I did notice that some of the enemies look like they're just standing around doing nothing, while they're being shot basically. Hopefully the game won't be too easy. Because of the video compression, it's a bit hard to see how good the graphics are going to look. This is going to be a PS4 and presumably eventually a PC game, so we should at least get some semi-decent visuals. I think the era of Vita port graphics is over. There's reflections on the floors and things like that, so that's at least a good sign. So that's all good, but there are many things we haven't seen. There's no signs of any CPU candidates, so maybe this will be another NEP spin-off without them. Maybe at least as DLC? One can only hope. You'd think a shooting game would have Uni in it. Oddly, there's no user interface to be seen in the trailer, no overlays or menus. I wish they at least showed something, since then it would reveal a bit more about the game mechanics, like what sort of meters are there other than health. If the game features tag team style gameplay, then the UI would also help confirm that. Rhythm gameplay was mentioned in the earlier trailer and translated article, but I see no evidence of that here. Perhaps there's visual indicators that I'm just not noticing. Maybe it's something you only can really feel or notice when you play the game, or maybe it's another thing that could have been explained if they just showed the UI. When I first watched the trailer, I was distracted by all the characters' new outfits, but later I realized we haven't seen any of the goddesses transform. Maybe they can't end VVVtunia because the setting is supposed to be in a virtual world, so I guess there's no share energy there or something. The game is supposed to be an action RPG, but we still haven't seen anything in regards in how those game mechanics are supposed to work. Maybe there's been an article or something, but I haven't really found anything other than the original announcement. I do wonder what the future is for Neptunia spin-offs. On one hand, I like that they play around with different genres. It's a good way to parody different video game related things, but at the same time it's a bit like, hey, let's throw random things together and see if people will like it. I don't really blame them. They put a lot of effort into Super NEP RPG and then it bombed terribly. So why would they risk it again so soon afterwards? But personally, I would like to see them take an idea, like let's say 4 Goddesses Online, not necessarily the story or setting, but the gameplay. I thought the idea and concept of the gameplay was very good and the graphics look great. But what if they took that and optimized it and refined it to a point where it's not buggy? Then they could have a great action-based spin-off series that would attract NEP fans who prefer real-time over turn-based games. But anyways, that's another topic. I'm not going to judge the game when I haven't played it, so we'll just have to see what kind of game it is going to be. I'm also wondering when we're going to hear anything about Game E Ninja Neptune, which was announced almost a year ago now. I hope we can get some sort of update on it because it seems like it's going to be a mainline title. But anyway, that's all I have to say about those things. If I missed something or if you have some info, please let me and everyone else know in the comments. And also let me know what you think of VVVtunia after having watched the trailer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.